Okay, turn that down slightly. Oh man. Bro, I need to get some cough drops or something. Okay, I think that's... Okay, let's move that closer. Alright, let's get going. If I could find it, there we go. Alright everybody, what's happening everyone? It's your boy Hardcore and we're back with more action Taimanin and also some Zenless Zone Zero later today. But first, we're going to get started with everybody's favorite game we all love going over. It's Action Taimanin. This year, it's to celebrate the new year, the first stream of the new year. We got everybody dressed up for the occasion. Looking fantastic. They had a little bit of a weird situation the other day though. But regardless, it's good to see everybody. Glad everybody can make it to the first stream of the new year. It's good stuff. We got a lot in store today. We've got the newsletter we're going to go over. One part of it already I know is that Shizuru's Renewal is going to be coming next week. So we're going to be taking a look at some Shizuru stuff to see any differences that are going to be made. Because for the most part, Shizuru is one of my most favorite and used characters in the game. So getting time for her and for her actual renewal to make any sort of difference. We're going to watch the video for that. But first of all, before we get anything started in the game, I feel myself getting stuffed up. We're going to start off with the newsletter itself. So we'll mute the game real quick. And let's change some of the music. If I can remember it. Let's use some treasure music, that's fine. There we go. Alright, so let me find that. Awesome. Oh, that's actually a cool effect. I'll actually keep that on then. So we have if you signed up for the not renewal, but the little information thing that they give out, the little magazine, they released it on January 1st because they usually release it on the last Wednesday of the month. And obviously the last Wednesday of the month didn't exist. It was a Tuesday. So on the 1st of January, they released this. So they're going to start us off with the Shizuru Renewal. Shizuru herself is going to be getting a renewal on the 7th. So that's going to be relatively soon. We'll have we'll be making stuff about that after I've done some testing with her to see what differences are made. But today is mostly to celebrate the life and times of our favorite double PhD holder and also everybody's favorite super spy that loves using her whip. She's a mainstay in VR, and she has several changes made to her to actually become a much better user in that category in the first place. So we have... She's going to get her renewal weapon, which is Goddess of Love. We'll see that later in the video. Cyclops, Frozen Valkyrie, Plasma Slicer, Spada Vista, Rose Whip, and Iron Punisher hits her regular stuff. So... you'll be able to pick up any of those anytime soon. None of these are actually that really good in the first place, probably besides Spada Vista. Svadhisthana. It's the one that does demon damage bonus. Plasma Slicer, I think, is critical rate. Let's see. And then we have a login event coming in for the... So if we log in for the first week of January, for the first real week of January, this next upcoming week, you get the New Year lobby theme, which we're using right now, blank emblems, beads, limited gacha coin, it's probably going to be 3 of them, study talisman, so I think it's a EXP booster, New Year's present, own 10 ticket, and some more. So it's 7 days, you'll be getting all that sort of stuff. Nothing too crazy, but at least you'll be getting the New Year lobby theme. Then you can go play on Leon Kennedy Obby like the rest of us. So we have a limited Yukikaze set returning again. This is Omikuji. This is the New Year's Omikuji event. So you get the tickets, you get that. You get to do all these sort of things again. I don't know if this supporter is going to be reran in the first place. It's actually quite nice. But even then, it's just like, I don't like Yukikaze very much, so I'm just going to skip it. But these are always really nice because, what is it? I think it's, I don't think it's the tile event where you play the board game. I think it's like the one where you roll the, you pick the stick out of something and you try to get a good prize. These are always really nice though, because it's either intimacy boost or anything specific. It's just a good time in general to log into the game. There we go. So now we have the New Year event shop. So if you do pretty much anything that's not in the arena, you get Emma, which is the currency they're going to be using for the New Year event shop. It's not anything special. You just do it for the month of January. It's like the jingle bells that you would get for December. So you get like VR UR Gacha voucher, VR weapon 2. That's probably going to include up to the Ingrid weapons, New Year's present crystal kit, and more. So it's always worthwhile to log in during the month of December to January because it allows you to get all these really, really good equipment out of it. And obviously we will be there to clean up all that stuff. So team battle weapon pickup gacha event, it's Unabara. Unabara I think is Sakura's. And Sakura's weapon that she gets out of that, she was supposed to get out of the team battle weapon. That one's actually really good. It actually makes a lot of difference for Sakura in the first place. Like mechanically, like obviously the person who won is good old Asagi, and Yukikaze and Sakura lost. However, Sakura and Yukikaze got the better weapons in the first place. Unabara would be very good if you're really into playing Sakura a lot. So, because it enhances I think all of her shadow stuff, and it puts I think a slow effect on them. We can check later though. But we have Koharu's new fashion show repeat. We get the one random costume out of 19. It's the... Okay. So it's got the New Year costumes, Dark Witch, Almighty Knight, Bride and White. So it's stuff that's like that didn't get reran for like these characters. Like I know Dark Witch is seasonal. Almighty Knight is another seasonal one as well. Bride and White is the June Bride situation, and it's all part of the pool. It's probably divided by up to the 3 of them. And then the Ultimate Fashion Package, you get all of these. Get some colorless fibers, colorless nanomaterial, and you get some other regular materials as well. 100 nanomaterial and fibers is a better deal than most of the time it happens in the first place. You'll have to see how much it costs, because even then it's just like packages like these aren't worth it in the first place because it's just costumes. It's not even like a super hyper limited costume that costs like $37. It's just specific seasonal packages. Koharu makes a return though, and that's for an event later, so we'll go over that. That's later on in the newsletter. Most importantly though, we get to notice who our next character is going to be. This is Ragnarok. Her name is actually Samara. This is Kiara's mother. So you get to be able to finally, after many years of waiting, they've talked about her before, I mean all the way back on Kiara's release. This is Ragnarok. Now let's go over the supporter a little bit to go see what's actually going on with her. So, the Queen of Frost effect, it's a freeze. So you freeze nearby enemies when you get hit every 8 seconds. So it's a localized, it's localized entirely in her kitchen. She's going to be doing a local freeze to enemies. So if you're using this in VR, it's kind of not that great because you can't tell your opponents or your partners to stop. So they're going to hit out of this. Every 8 seconds is pretty neat though. I can appreciate that. That means you can, in arena, this will probably amount to like getting someone to, you can stun lock someone almost perpetually and just like keep shattering them. It would actually really work really nicely for someone like Lapis. Lapis would actually get a lot of benefit out of this in the first place. And then the secondary part of this is when attacking a frozen enemy, deals damage equal to 3% of the current HP at a 40% chance. Now, this is a situation where it's weird because the enemy is obviously frozen, deals damage 3% of the current HP. So what does that mean? What does that mean? I like to think it's what is it? It calculates off of the enemy's HP, so it deals 3% of their current HP at a 40% chance. That only affects her. Your teammates get 0 benefit out of that. So if you are able to what is it called? This seems like more like an arena supporter because of the immobilization stuff behind it. Like if you're using this in tower, or they're also going to be releasing Total War next week too. But the main set passive is gain super armor for 10 seconds upon HP recovery. That's actually really nice for most of the cast that doesn't have the ability to get super armor in some sort of way. That's really, really good. You have to put it in the main slot though, and you have to contend with a pretty mediocre effect. I mean, you could no, you can't even really use this on Noah in the arena because this is an assist supporter, and she typically likes to run 3 blue. And then deals damage and then freezes them. So all around, it's a pretty just okay supporter. It's probably one of those situations where it won't really work that well on the actual character. Who knows? It's just not like, it's too niche to really get anything out of it. Because I mean, it's like, nobody can really freeze besides Kiara right now, and Ragnarok probably will be able to freeze as well. But even then, it's just like, you could pick up a 1/5 copy for the intimacy and the gems, and that's about it. I bet in the future this will probably have some sort of like effect, but even then it's like not that good right about now. But since this is a limited supporter on a specific character, Samara will probably be the next character we're going to be getting. So on on February 4th, that's what we're going to be looking out for. We'll probably see a week beforehand to see if Samara gets in, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be our next character. So we're going to start the year off right with probably someone that's pretty cool, to say the least. I wanted Li Zhang or something like that, the one that they got from the Chinese UFS situation. I wanted that because it fits in the situation for like Chinese New Year and everything, and would have made a lot of sense to do so. Like they could have like saved her for like December or something. I mean, Ragnarok is like, yeah, I understand she's going to be playable, but it's good to see you too, Darth Neo. If she's the next character, I imagine she'll probably be like, I hope she is more mobile than Kiara, and I don't know if it's gonna fix like what freeze does. Freeze is just like double damage. Well, the actual freeze debuff itself is just is like double damage on your hit. But the second the secondary effect of freeze is what everybody likes about it so much, is that it immobilizes your enemy for as long as the duration holds. That's honestly like what everybody likes about freeze so much, because it's just like it's one single hit, and you can get some benefit out of it in like VR because, you know, it makes your team do more damage, but you need more consistent ways to apply freezing. That's just it. And we get New Year Yukikaze. Less damage from range, more damage with range, take less damage from range. It's a protect supporter that a lot of characters can use. I don't care about her. She's fine. So this month's January Golden Pass is going to be Francis. She's been getting a lot of love recently, so you can pay the $27 and go get yourself Francis. She's looking fantastic, to say the least. I like it. I don't know if I'm going to pick it up because it's been a hard month, to say the least, in terms of finance. So we'll have to just see how that turns out later on. Who knows? Maybe I'll end up picking it up myself because I do like Francis. I just wish she was better mechanically, to say the least, you know? Next is the new story supporter. Next is the new event supporter. She's got real nipple action, too. This Barbie doll is something special. They're getting out all the ice supporters because it's January, you know? It's still cold. It's still winter in the Northern Hemisphere. I've already taken a look at this supporter, and it's like... We'll talk about the supporter when we get there. But a trip down memory lane. Pretty cool blue ice supporter. She got that blue meth on her because she knows how to really sell it. She knows how to sell it. She looks real good doing it too. Her name is Himuro Karen. So that's our new event. This is our repeat event. So Tekken Koharu makes a return. She still has her gigantic platform heels. This is a supporter that's like, it was okay in the past, but it's like, it's still okay now. I mean, like, honestly, most people end up just foddering the supporter, which is a sad thing to say, but it's like, I don't know. It was just mediocre for the most part. And then we get Tekken Kaoru, her New Year version. This is also a general pool supporter because I remember getting this in like October or something when we had all the free stuff from the from Anniversary. So if you really want her, you can go get her yourself. She's pretty nice for, well, since they don't have any of those missions anymore with the what's it called? With any 30 combo missions, she kind of just falls off a little bit. So here's what I'm more concerned about. New packages. Foxy Grandma gets herself the brand new package for New Year's. I like the way it looks. It's going to be a great costume. I'll say this much. I know I'm going to pick it up, to say the least. That's going to be really good. She gets her new weapon. She's going to get a new costume and a new supporter. Looking fat as hell. She put all that hair back there. You don't even know where the fuck it went. It's looking so good. Foxy Grandma looking great. It's going to be a package that's actually going to be worth the money. So we get New Year Natsu, her weapon, some items for the drawing that they do for the month of January, some gems. So the supporter is New Year Natsu, the weapon itself, and Enra is the SR weapon. So let's see what this. She's gonna smack people around with this pipe, so I want to see what that's gonna be like. So whenever they want to do something with Grandma over here, you would think it's like, two peas in a pod. Of course, we got to have Miss Hebiko. Miss Hebiko's package reruns this year too. New Year Miss Hebiko. It is exactly 1 year to the date that this has been ran. So I'm glad they actually brought it back because I actually wanted the supporter for this too. So we get, because this is the one that's like, I think it like scales off of some sort of specific skill. It's green. I think it's the green one, but whatever. But the New Year Hebiko's package is rerunning too. I remember I got this because I like the way it looks on Hebiko. It's one of my favorite costumes for her, besides her default one. So I find it really neat that it's like they know that Hebiko and, well, they certainly understand that Hebiko and Inage have a relationship in some sorts together, so they're going to be doing that. Also, it's New Year's. What other time of the year could you could rerun a New Year Hebiko package, So now we have New Year Eleanor as well. And of course, I already have New Year Eleanor, and this is a sad situation because this is a costume that's going to be in one of those rerun packages that have like almost no value. So unfortunately, we have to be living with that situation. We get Phantom Wedding Dress Shiranui. A cool look. She looks like a big old dickhead with it, but hey, that's I guess how the traditional wedding outfit goes for them. So if you like that, Well, you also probably like the shark outfit she got too, and even then that was a mediocre to say the least. Year of the Snake. Who knows, guys? Maybe we'll get Snake Lady with it. And then we get other new costumes. We get New Year Lapis, Lena, and Azusa. I like Lapises. They really just like thought to themselves, yeah, we're just going to have a nice, very cool colors on this. It really fits the season, fits with the whole ice sort of thing. I like this. This is good. This is a good look. Lena's is just a little bit odd in my taste. It's just like, you know, it's a bit all over because it's like, does it want to be a yukata or does it want to be like kimono? I'm not quite sure. And then we have Azusa's over here. It's just like, it's a good look for her. She's sleek and fast with it. She's like a courtesan or something. And then after 3,000 years of development, we have the Battle Scarred series. They're a permanent edition now. So we have Kurenai and Shizuru, the two most recent receivers of a renewal, which is great because like I wish these sort of costumes were something that was like implemented onto the characters themselves. Like when you get below 25% HP, their clothes explode like Senran Kagura. I would have really liked that. But regardless, we can't look really a gift horse in the mouth when they took the eraser tool and just made a costume like these for them. It's nice to say the least. I'm glad they remembered these exist. Hopefully every 6 months they can give us another set of 2. And then we go back to more repeated costumes. We have New Year Emily, New Year Kurenai, of course, and New Year Oboro. I like Emily's New Year costumes a lot. That would have been this is one of the first costumes I ever got in the game, and it's one of my favorite ones I like to use for Emily. And besides the beer garden one, it's a really good look, because Emily, being the American she is, she planned for practicality because she's an engineer type of person. So she wears stockings and gloves under her yukata, which you're not really supposed to do. It's supposed to really cover up your whole body and keep you warm with the multiple layers. That's why no other people have these. Asuka's a bit different though. But if you like, this is the one I liked the most in the first place. The other two I think I have Kurenai's, but I don't remember. Dude, if they really put the Asagi Christmas dancer outfit in the game, that'd be fucking amazing. I don't care how much it costs. I'm buying that. Of course, I've never missed a single Asagi costume ever. I have them all. I'm going to keep my streak going. I'd fucking lose it. That'd be like a permanent addition to like the home screen. It's like, my goodness. It's like, God, that is just like so good to think about. It's like that's probably one of my favorite Kagami designs the guy's done in recent years, because it's like it's festive, it's slutty, it actually does something different with her hair. It's a fun costume. It's like that's great. That was like the best Christmas they made in like years for RPGX. Because sometimes they put out some flops for Christmas. But it's like, we got tan dancer Christmas Asagi with a different haircut that acts super slutty. It hits like the Pentagon on that shit, dude. So back at it. We got New Year Asuka, New Year Shizuru, and I was going to say her name was Hebiko, but I know that's Tokiko. This is probably like also my favorite costume for Tokiko. I think I use it in mostly everything she does because it's her best looking costume. Because it's also the one that they probably took the most time to design. Also, I like that Asuka's has like the most practical looking yukata out of all of them next to Emily. Well, of course, Nagi's is pretty practical too. We have Nagi's. We have the other... So about at the latter end of the month, we have more of these being re-released. We have Rinko's, Sue's. Oh, man. We have Rinko's, Sue's, and Nagi's releasing at the same time. And then we have the New Year for Saika and Spinel. So throughout the entire month of January, they're probably going to be just releasing, what is this, like 20 characters that have not 20, it's probably like, what, 15 characters that have New Year outfits that are getting brought back. Well, no, it'd probably be almost nearly 20, because they have that garbage package you can buy that gets for Yukikaze, Sakura, and Asagi, because God forbid they wouldn't rerun 3 of the most popular characters in the game. But since we're at the end of it all, you know what that means. We got gems, and we got a coupon code, so let's type it in the chat. HJXE5GER 4S baby. It's gems for you all. Gems for you, because you're a big guy. Gems for you. Alright. So we'll hide that. We'll go over here. Gotta turn the game audio back on. And just like you guys, I gotta go redeem it myself. We're redeeming it live here, folks. That's also why I typed it in there, so I can actually copy it. Excellent. That couldn't have gone any easier. Oh, it's in Firefox. Thank you very much. Get your fucking prize, baby. Alright, where is it? Where could it be? Oh, that's right. You have to refresh the page. Honjitsuwa. Thank you for subscribing to the Mail Magazine. That's 50 gems. Alright. So now I need to go to Gloggle. Go to the website. Because now that we've covered the newsletter, I need to go to... I gotta go to Google Chrome, because we gotta go watch the video. No, no, you don't want to look at that one. That's the bad one. Oh, of course, like, I can't readjust it when I need it to do. Yeah, that's always the worst. Cause like every time I try to like I resized it specifically for that. I resized the window specifically for that. For the newsletter. Shit. There we go. Fit the screen. Come on, Chrome. Move that back over here. Why does Shizuru need a renewal? She has needed it for a very long time, because mechanically she has a lot of problems. However, a lot of her problems get solved because she has help in VR. And that is typically where people like to take Shizuru, myself included, because using her normally is like one of the most painful experiences you can have. Well, it's not exactly like super painful. You just have to be a lot more tactful, and you damage a lot slower. A lot of her skills are inherently useless for the most part. I mean, it's not even so much a power creep situation, Jeff. It's that she has a lot of problems built in. She just needs she just needs some help. Like, I think even when I made the video for her That's, I think, almost 3 years ago. I think almost like two or 3 years ago at this point that I made the video for her. And it's like, she has problems. She has had these problems for such a long time. And it's pretty painful, to say the least. But with VR, it causes her to have a lot of her problems solved, because she now can heal the team, she can buff the team, she can have crowd control, she can do a whole lot of stuff that is just like, it makes life so much easier for everybody. Like, there's no reason just to not take her there, because she just works out so very well. There we go. I don't know why the hell it took so much fucking problem. Okay. Okay. All right, let's watch the video. Gunstar Heroes. That's loud. I already know that's gonna be loud. Alright, so they have the character package. Do you get to actually get the supporter from that too? You get a $17 Demonite. You get the weapon for it. Okay. Okay. So something I noticed immediately is that you can take off her glasses now, but I think they changed the spacing on her eyes, because now she always looks like she's perpetually squinting, or she's got like fetal alcohol syndrome or something. Her eyes are really far apart. This is also one of the worst videos they made in a while, because the audio, like previously from that scene, the audio just cuts off like immediately. The audio just like breaks off, and like she doesn't finish her sentence. Like when they did that for Kurenai, it actually finishes and everything like that. This feels very slapdash for the most part. This is her renewal weapon though. Oops. This is her renewal weapon. So let's see. The number of roses dropped by Seed Bomb doubles, and each time a rose is collected, it restores 4% of an ally's total HP. When using skills, it decreases enemy damage by 14% for 10 seconds, stacks up to 3 times. So that's 42% damage down every time she uses a skill. So they really want you to run the what is it? It's Whip Grip and Whip Shot. Those last those are 7-second cooldown skills. So you'll be able to apply the debuff perpetually. That's always keeping an enemy debuffed. And on Spider, that lasts for 5 seconds. So I think that's a little bit more difficult there. 4% of max HP every time you collect a rose. We'll see what that is. But I guess they want you to start playing blue more often because of Seed Bomb. Seed Bomb, from what I remember, it's a timed explosive that gives her, that applies, I think, attack down or slow. I think it's attack down. But Seed Bomb is like, it is a debuff that is like, it fell off the moment it arrived, because the damage for it is way too low, and it was very clunky to apply. Oh yeah, so this now means Shizuru has 2 play styles. She now has secondary, she is like a healer character of sorts, a pure support, or she can play Assault, like a buffing Assault character, where she has her limited package weapon that buffs the team and reduces critical resistance. And she has this where it supports the team. So they'll talk about roses in a second. So this is the Bloom passive she's going to be getting. It drops a rose, which is an item that you pick up off the ground. It grants one of the 5 effects when an enemy marked with Seed Bomb is either dying or the duration ends. I like that it's actually on duration end as well, because it'll never work on a boss or just like anything else. So I imagine I hope she has like way more methods to apply Seed Bomb in like. I hope the skills now apply Seed Bomb innately. That's what they kind of should have done in the first place, because this is an effect that's like this is actually really cool. I like it. I like this because the rose, when you pick it up, you have a 1 in 5 of getting any of these effects. So HP restoration, particle charge, attack increase. We don't know the buff until we see it. Speed increase, gain super armor. So when you have her weapon, it'll make it so that you drop 2 particles, 2 roses, so you can turn every instance of Seed Bomb into something that can like buff the team and keep them going. They don't show this. Well, we'll show it in the video. I like that though. That's a good effect. This is already a character I use a lot, so this is like I'm gonna get some good value out of this. So Plant Invade changes. Plant Invade looks like it's now going to be like Dark Flame. Ingrid's Dark Flame is a very slow projectile that has a huge hitbox, and it's really great against enemies that sit very still and don't move a lot, or either sit still, don't move a lot, or just have huge hitboxes in general. This is 3 individual projectiles that last forever and a day. And look at that, that's the shit right there. I like that. That lasted forever. She seems to be faster for the most part on these attacks. Well, I don't know. She retains the same problems in that she has to go through the entire animation, and like you can't buffer. You can obviously buffer Rose Rondo out of a dodge, but you can't do anything like make an escape and something like that. The hitbox for let's actually look at Whip Shot again. They made the effects for Whip Shot larger, which is great because normally it's like it hits for like half of this and it's a lot smaller. I hope the area is just increased in the first place. That's way bigger. It also looks like it does a lot more damage too, but she's also able to crit. This one doesn't do a very good job of showing it. Oh, I think it's there we go. Does it show it? Yep. Queen's Whip now has super armor. Queen's Whip is a skill that has never been very good in the first place because it's makes a character who is extremely vulnerable all the time even more vulnerable. She's now able to just like start whipping the crap out of everything that gets in her way, and she can actually complete the skill. She still has no ability to get out of it in the first place. That's same with Rose Rondo, and not so much with Plant Invade though. Still, I think it's that's a critical rate boosted one, so it doesn't do any damage in the first place. They sadly did not show in the video what the roses look like. They showed one dropping in the Kurenai section. That's the roses. That's what they're gonna look like. I hope what I'm hoping for is that these roses have specific colors denoted to what kind of buff you're going to get out of them, because that would be a really, really good thing to do when you when you're able to have like what? Like gold could be like critical rate boost, red would be attack, blue for defense up or super armor, green for HP restore. I hope they have color coded denotions for them, because that would make them like, it's already a good passive. It would make it even better so you can immediately tell when they're on the field what they're supposed to be. That would be really nice. I don't exactly like having to leave a... Well, I mean, you would just go over and pick them up in the first place. I don't know how the AI would behave with those, though. Because, like, will they actually go up and pick them? Or is it just going to be something for, like, Shizuru, and she's just going to be able to walk over and pick it up? That would probably... Actually, for enemies that... For characters that have things that drop on hit, the only character that really has those, I think, would be Sakura, when she has Lionheart. Sakura's Lionheart gives invincibility on pickup. So... I would like to see, I would probably have to try that myself to see like how the AI does with something that drops an item. Will they go pick it up? Because they already don't pick up particles or HP restore. The audio for this video is like all over the place. Like they put the fade out too quick. They put the fade out like right at this point, and you can't hear anything at this. You can't hear anything. The music fades out before the footage finishes. Well, let's take a look at what she looks like again. I want to see this. This is just so weird though. It's just like she takes her glasses off. Like now I'm gonna go in the game and actually look at that. No, you can't. No, it's the wrong one. Can I change her hair? Okay. Because you can't take her glasses off normally in her default costume. Let's go back to like the game real quick and show that off. Like you can't take Shizuru's glasses off normally. So it's actually a nice addition that you can do so. But it's like, I don't know. Not everything really needs to have the high gloss effect on it. It actually looks kind of bad in this case. You could obviously change her hair for the most part, but it's just like, maybe that's just like an angle sort of thing where it's like Shizuru has like it's an angle sort of thing where we're looking at it this way, like directly in front of her. And it makes her look weird. I don't know. We have to see obviously when it comes out. To me it's just like it's gonna be a weird renewal to say the least. Because this is a character I like a lot. It's one of my favorite characters in the game. One of the few 87s I have. I like her mechanically. I like her thematically. I want this to be good. I really do. I really do hope, guys. I really hope this is good. I don't want Shizzy to be suffering again. All right, let's get back to the game though. We got stuff to do. But that's enough out of the video. Oh wait, there's a tweet that we gotta find. There's a tweet I have to find because we're on Twitter now. Let's go there. Her mother's gonna arrive in the game because she's cool. Fortune. They released this. There it is. So a costume idea would be a ballerina Shizuru rhythmic gymnast weapon, a ribbon wand and a ribbon stick. She can be like Sumire from Persona 5, you know, like the ballroom ballerina dancer lady. It's as bad as the game itself. It's being terrible. I don't know why this does this when I do the screen capture, because it's like, why do you do this, game? I want you to resize the output. Oh well. So this is Himuro Karen. She has, when hit below 30% HP, you encase yourself in ice for 5 seconds. When you're encased, the character becomes uncontrollable and intangible, except for the supporter skill. She is invincible during the duration and recovers 4% of her total HP per second. It activates only once per battle. This is terrible. This is Lapis's skill. This is Lapis's 81 skill, and you can only use it one time per battle. Legitimately awful. You get to recover 4% of your max HP per second. Okay, you can only do it one time per battle. Not good at all. And then you get to freeze the surroundings and deal damage equal to 10 times your attack and freeze enemies for 5 seconds. Not good. I don't know. Like, you can probably get more value out of this out of the arena when you're here's the thing, you could stack this with you could stack them as Lapis's limited supporter, Lapis's effect, and then you have that like event supporter we got that you whenever you use a skill, and using Lapis's skill to that heals her causes a projectile to appear. This is such a strange effect because it's like it only is useful at the final hour. I kind of want something that's a little bit more useful, like 90% of the time, where I'm not going to be where I'm ever going to see this effect. This is going to be a supporter that you use for your dispatch facility. Like, you don't even merge it. You just use all 5 copies to satisfy a UR condition. Kind of crap. Well, I'm glad that she's like a character from RPGX that people wanted in. I wish she didn't get an effect like this. I wonder what they have for that. So, Lapis's skill, but only procs one time per battle. Oh, it's sad. It's a sad supporter. I understand being positive about it, but I can't be positive about something that it's like... I try to be positive. But when they give, like, legitimately crap stuff, I can't. And that's about it for that one. Okay. Oh, that's right. We gotta go back to the Shizuru future. So let's see. Let's look over her for the most part. Oh, before we do that, and before I forget, Asagi herself is going to be the first character we get to level 20 in Affinity. I don't do a lot of Affinity stuff because it's such a massive time-consuming and resource sink. You get him to 10, and that's about it for me. So how much does she need? She needs about 400 left. Okay, so we'll give her 4 gigantic chocolate-covered bananas. Is that enough? No, it's not. Here's some tea to wash it down. There we go. Yay! Happy birthday, Asiago. Oh no, your birthday was last month. Hooray, we did it. We maxed out Affinity, everybody. We maxed out Affinity on Asagi, of all people. Which I'm glad. That's a character I've been waiting to do that for a long time. I just hate having to do... I just like... You get Affinity to level 10 and that's about it. You get their more important effects. And while we're here, let's give some for Grandma. You gotta remember to feed your grandma, everybody. Don't hurt yourself laughing too hard, Grandma. You're gonna throw out your hip. Because after I'm done with you, I'm gonna be blowing out your back. There we go. Because it's like, as much as I like Shizuru, I don't like... It takes a long time. Well, it could probably take a lot less time if I did it consistently, but it's like getting it to 20. Ugh. What a hassle, am I right? Oh. So this is what I was talking about earlier. With Eye of Dawn, you have a increased damage of all allies by 40% for 5 seconds when you use Rose Rondo, and reduce critical resistance of enemies hit by it by 40%. It lasts 5 seconds, but it's also like Rose Rondo will be up, is an attack you're going to be using very often with her. It's like, it's her best skill. It's such a large AoE. It's worth it. I knew it was going to be worth it as soon as I saw it. Well, also it's Shizuru. I have pretty much everything for her in the first place because I like her a lot. This week we're not using her in VR, but it's like, because this week she gets smacked around too much in VR stuff where there's a lot of enemies. Like, she's a lot better in Ingrid. In Ingrid, Mass Taimanin, sometimes Machines, and certainly in the Spider. This week it's a bit different setup. So let's go take a look at her costumes, see what she looks like innately. I think they changed the oh man, now hold on. I gotta get a drink. Ah, man. Like, at this rate, I'm only gonna have like 2 characters up to like 20 in the first place. Like, the most efficient way of getting affinity items is through the gold gacha, and I don't really want to spend I don't want to sit there and just use like CE and have to farm all that stuff like day in and day out for the millions of gold it needs to take to find that stuff. It's like, dude, I'll just get like 1 or 2 characters and that's it. Well, let's see. We have the default pose with Miss Shizuru. We have standby. Let's zoom in. Let's zoom in. She has this weird thing with her thigh, like it's really sharp over there. I don't get it. I don't understand why she looks like she's blown out her, like, she's like broken her thigh or something. Like, she looks like she's like probably in like massive thigh pain right there for some reason. I like how sassy she is. They really express in like all of her poses and everything like that. It's a nice touch. Just like this one. Ta-da! Look at that, she's like a magician. She spawns all the funny roses because she's Shizuru of the flowers. She's got her flower. Oh, that's cool. I never noticed that effect. The whip leaves a trail like that. That's cool. I don't know why I still don't understand why they did this. And like, is it to make her thigh look bigger or something? I don't know. She's still got the booty action going on. She's not as fat as she is in RPGX, but, you know, who knows? I don't think the renewal is going to make her that big. That would be really funny though if they made it that big. That would be hilarious even. Come on, Gremory, you got to make them like hilariously haha levels of huge. I forget. I don't think you can change your hair in this. Yeah, you can. No, we can turn that up. We can turn it up. Crank up the gym. Oh. It's because when you're looking at her straight on like this, it's supposed to be like her original art from Taimanin Newsletter 2, where she's striking the pose like this, and she's supposed to have like her hip canted out and everything. It just looks like they just took a chunk out of her, like the hip area, and trying to make it look like she's flexing her thigh to support herself. So it's a little the idea is good, but the execution is not as sound. Because honestly, all I ever use in terms of costumes for her is like New Year's and the summer bikini one and the bunny outfit. Because those are the ones I really like a lot. You know, getting Asagi to level 20 helps me understand something. I'm very glad that they did not put any of the other further poses, like the other like emotes and stuff like that, locked behind 10 to 20 affinity, because it's already such a chore to do in the first place. It's like, no thank you. Like, obviously I can go feed the girls like 100 popsicles a week, so I could actually level them up in a meaningful amount of time. But even then, I forget about it still. She's so serious. Shizuru the flower. This is actually a better one to go take a look at what her, in terms of her eyes changed. It's weird because it's like I'm trying to look at it at the same angle that we had earlier when we got the first when we were looking at the video, and it's like when I'm thinking about how the video looks, and it's like her eyes are further apart, and maybe they changed a little bit about how her skin looks or something. It's a weird choice, because we don't really know until we can see the whole costume all the way around itself. I can totally get you there, QB, because it's like Shizuru herself is like one of my favorite characters. When she was introduced in Taimanin Newsletter 2, I'm like, dude, that character is great. She's simultaneously she's funny. Well, she's not exactly funny. She's like the type of like, she's very much a smart aleck in the original VN, but she actually knows how to get stuff done. She's a professional infiltrator, to say the least. I also like her design a lot. I like the twin tails thing she's got going on. She's got a lot of great things with that. They don't skimp on any of the costumes with her. It's a real Aoi Nagisa classic for sure. Like, her default ninja outfit is like, that's great. That's a real home run for sure, because it feels like an aged Taimanin sort of look, like an actual adult Taimanin situation. I don't know how to explain that. I mean in the sense, like, you know how we have young Shiranui, and then we have adult Shiranui as well, because like the younger characters, they get like really weird and elaborate costumes, while the older adult type of characters like Asagi, Shiranui, and stuff like that. They have more like conserved, well, I wouldn't say conservative for Shizuru, but to say the least, it's like a lot more, I wouldn't say totally out there, but it's just like, it's neat looking to say the least. I think she's hot. That's also one of the bigger reasons why I like her. It's cold outside, Shizuru. Let's use your head. We gotta get in with the theme. Oh, I can't find it. What do we have left over? Oh, that's right. I think this week is, well, I mean, this week is Kanaloa, but I'm trying to remember, like, what is, there's a weapon in the shop this week. I think it's the limited supporter for Shiranui. No, it's the weapon. Because I think right now my, mine is at what, is like a 3.5 now. Yeah. So Phantom Harpoon this week is going to be, I think, in the arena. I think it was in the shop. I don't remember. Go to miscellaneous. How many do we have? 4907. What else do we need here? Well, most of my stuff is clear. Pick those up. Oh, it was in the weekly event. That's right. You had to. It was like clear what, 100 event missions or something, and you do it from that. Because one of them was like, one of them that's coming up in the next week is going to be it's either in the VR shop or in the arena shop, but it's going to be under the arena tab at some point. Oh yeah, they also announced this before the new year. Total War will be releasing the same day as the Shizuru Renewal. Now, Total War, from what they described, is a game mode that's going to be completely AI controlled. So that means there's zero involvement on your end. You just literally set it down and leave, which is one of the worst things in the game. I already don't like Arena, and I don't want to do more Arena. So now we have a game mode that like revolves around that. So it's essentially a game mode where if you have all the characters, you can get more tries out of it. And it has two different currencies. So it has like the low level currency that probably everybody's gonna get, and the higher you go, you get specific rank based currency. So it's like Total Assault from like Blue Archive, where like the higher you rank, you get like the purple coins, and you get the general purpose gold coins from like any level. Now, exactly my most favorite thing, but I don't really exactly like the fact that, okay, now we have an event where it's now we have a game mode that's completely autonomous. You don't play it, you just sit there and wait for it to be over like an actual arena match. At that point, why don't you just use the good old speed hack and just finish it immediately so you can get it over with. I don't like the idea of the game mode where like I don't play anything. So now I'm just gonna have to get like make some weird arena setup that like of general autonomy for the characters themselves. Like you go get Murasaki or Lapis, people who can heal themselves really well, and you just leave it until they die essentially. It's such a bad idea. Like, why do we have to make it like automatic? Also, it's like, I hope it's like, I don't know, they said they were going to implement Total War this week. I don't know when they're going to implement what they're going to do with like making it easier to run VR, because they were talking about like reducing fatigue for VR stuff, so you can run instead of doing it 10 times a day and it takes like half an hour to do. You just do like you can use your runs multiplier or something and get it finished. Because it seems like a really good idea to do that, because it's like, why not? We're already using it in the first place. We don't want Crystal Shard, that's... I want Explosive Rampage because that's, oh no, I need that. Spinning Slice. Scooby Reflector. But let's do a little bit of VR for right now. I don't know. I'm not exact. I'm gonna, obviously, we're gonna do, what do you call it? We're gonna do Total War, see how that turns out. More or less, I want to see how the ranking system works for Total War, so I can just find out how much of it I actually have to do in the first place. Good, that took off, at least. Oh, not bad. Everybody always seems to hate Kanaloa for the most part. They always think like, oh, it's such a shitty boss. It's terrible. It's not fun. Yeah, it can be not fun. I know it can be not fun. But the thing is, the best part about that is that you can leave it, you can just like, for the most part, leave her alone and she just like dies. Like, this is an easy fight. It's like, well, I don't know. I say it's easy because I've solved the fight in more ways than one, and I have the materials to do so. I missed. But even then, it's nothing too crazy for the most part. Spinel's weapon is explicitly designed to rip this boss's head off in the first place. Which I'm glad in the first place, because this boss absolutely like sucks to fight in like any other setting. Oh man, my man is cooking something like sweet smelling, but also like bitter. I can feel it from here. That's the wrong direction, Spinel. I need you to hit from like downtown somewhere else. What do you guys think of Total War? From what you've seen or read for the most part. Because like reading that whole thing with about how like it just stays with me so much that it's like a directly autonomous, it's like it's an automatic game mode that it's like you have barely any involvement in the first place, besides making your setups and everything like that. Because it's a little hard to believe, but I like playing Action Taimanin to play the game. Granted, there is some stuff I would like to skip, but it's like, why I would just like to not have to... The automated arena function in the first place is already so tiresome. But at least it's not invasive in the fact that it's like, I don't have to worry about the game mode, besides getting to 6,000 a week, and it's over. You'll get like 80% of all the rewards in the first place. But at least they're starting their year off strong with like a pretty sizable update in the first place. Many costumes, many new additions, and a whole new game mode in the first place. Because I can get down with VR. I like some of the things that it brings in the first place, that it's like, it's a place where you can farm for ascension materials and make it so that you can get your character stronger for cheaper. But the ladder and like actually where it starts scaling to become worth it is like, it's so high. It's really annoying sometimes, to say the least. Oh, I missed. I knew I missed too. I mean, the thing is, Total War isn't even like a PvP situation. It's completely autonomous PvE. Like, you sit there and wait like to finish a mission like it's like Princess Connect or RPGX. Like, it's an auto battler. I play this game because it's not an auto battler. That's just it. There's no need, like, if it becomes an auto battler, it's like, why do I want to play that? I don't like playing auto battlers, which is why I play this. And the thing is, they have like, oh, you use like one team, and it's like you pick like 9 supporters to make your team to do like whatever it is to make the run for it. But they did not explain anything about how criticals are going to work inside of it. I guess they're just leaving that for us to discover inside. So if we can't crit inside there, I mean, it's just going to be another dead game mode for most people. And even then, it'll be like just regular arena, where you will stack all of your damage supporters and you just wait for it to be over. Because to do well in arena isn't so much like, you know, stats help. Nobody took damage in that. I'm very impressed. Because like the thing with arena is that you don't have to do any, you don't build to like beat down your enemy super hard. You win in attrition. You either win like by like timing out, like defeating your enemy is a plus, but it's like turtling is a real thing. Like it's like a stall meta in Pokemon. Except you're mostly fighting the timer in there and just like trying to scam the clock for the most part. Defeating your enemy makes a difference, but it's also like what makes the most difference in here in arena is just win or lose, you're going to be getting points of some sort. So it's just like waiting and waiting around for that. And sometimes when you get like on a win streak, you need to take an intentional loss, because the enemies whenever you fight an enemy in arena, they get a specific, like when you get past a certain win streak, your enemies get a buff, whether that be like, I think it's the HP, so it like doubles their HP or something like that. It's a really huge amount of health, and when they get that, they're able to just, it helps them win the fight a lot better. Some people can just keep going on and on forever, but it's like, at a rank, like these guys, all they do is just like, how much BP do you have? How much can you use like all the time? You just keep using it and using it the most part, and just don't ever stop. You'll climb the rank just as easily. Like, it's nothing crazy. I am glad though that Azusa has found a way to make herself a home in Arena. Look at that. Because from like Vikala is a ranged skill, Mirror Image gives the clones that the enemies have to keep constantly attacking. Zetsugi is the finisher, it hits from a distance, and Shindara is like a close range skill. Really good stuff. She's more or less like a brick wall type of character from what I see. Because in PvE you typically play her as like as an assault type of character, but in here it's like she's more or less defensive. Azusa is such a cool character though. I'm glad that they put her in there and they made her fun. She's my hero. That's a good color, I like that. Enemy disarmament. They like a lot of blue for her in here. Stacks her up. Oh yeah, see, all Noah's ever run in here is just blue. It's a good color, it's a good tone. But yeah, it's just like, you just keep playing. The Glenvier 37 year. I see some of you guys in here sometimes though. I don't play this enough to actually do like anything crazy with it. But I understand when it goes to how the meta works and what you have to do. Because it's like, you can see where people bring characters that are traditionally like not that strong or like useful in Arena. Like all you do is just play a lot. You just play a lot and that's it. You can do anything at that point. Good evening, Aaron. How are you? Okay. Well, I mean, I've gone over what I wanted to do for Action Taimanin. So now we're gonna go move on to our next part of the stream, which is gonna be Zenless Zone 0. Because we're gonna do a little bit more progress in Triple Z. We got some things we need to do there, that's for sure. Because there's a lot of work I have left to do. But I have made a little bit of off-screen progress. Because typically when I play this, I don't do a lot in terms of story. There's not a lot to do in the first place. But I want to make a little bit more progress every time we stream for the most part. I just find it really tiresome. It's like the one thing I can really appreciate with Action Taimanin is that it loads like instantly. As soon as I hit like start the game, like opening it from Steam, it opens within like 10 seconds or even less. And it's like this, I gotta wait like a solid minute to open up like the HoYoverse launcher, all that shit. I'm like, ooh, sheesh, bud, you gotta stop that stuff. I can't handle this. But the other day I went over to like I forget what it's called. It's like Zone Check or something like that. It's the one where you get the CDs from. Because you know, oh, we gotta see them nuts, baby. Woo! I went over there and I picked up some Miyabi CDs, like the ones that are specifically for her. And let me tell you, it's like, at the point I am in the game right now, they not machines, but it's like, what do they call that? Those, just having the 4 set of the CD along with like Woodpecker Electro, like that's literally like all I need right now just to progress from what I'm doing, because I think she now has like 100 something. No, she has like 35 or 40% critical rate, and then like more, and like I think it's like it raises up her critical damage a lot. But I was sitting there and reading myself like, all right, how do these work? Because with her CDs and disk drives, with those I'm looking at it like, what are you supposed to do with this? Oh, you have to like roll certain effects, because they have like, I don't know, I'd say like they have prefix and suffixes. That's like a loot game sort of thing that I think of, because Borderlands has that, Diablo has that, Path of Exile has that. It's like there's prefixes and suffixes for like for an item, a weapon, or anything like that. Because there's like the prefix would be like the item that can actually be leveled when you actually level up the disk drive itself, and then the suffix would be like the 4 slots you get out of it. Because we got, what is it, 30%, and then she does 85% more. So we wouldn't even have any dupes for her either. Like I don't even have like these leveled up in the first place, because I know I have to switch them around. Some of them I know I'm going to be keeping, but it's like the ones at level 3 I don't bother. So like we have like the main stats. Like, this is something like I haven't looked up anything about this game. It's like, because honestly, like they have such like immense detail in this game, and it's actually kind of, it's transparent and straightforward about what it's going to like represent, which I just appreciate that so much, instead of having to fight through like translation errors and misnomers. It's like critical damage, it's like, great, I know what that is. Defense, penetration, it's like, it's a good idea. But when we go over here to something like enhance, we have the prefix modifiers, which is like attack. Attack is something that you like, I level up the thingy, and it's like that's the stat you want that increases when you level up. So I could give her attack, but I don't really want too much attack, because all of her attack is effectively based on like whatever else she has equipped. Like I think that's more or less due to her like W engine, or like her cinema stuff. Like it's good to have attack. Like I imagine you can like just put straight attack on there, because attack is always nice, because it will just directly modify your critical damage, because you can deal like it's either like what? You can deal a critical hit, but if your base damage isn't very good, you're not going to get much out of the critical hit in the first place. So I imagine attack is like a good thing to aim for a general stat, because like she has like so many forms of like critical hit rate in the first place. Like it's pretty easy for her to just crit. Like her W engine crits. Like I think, no, her W engine has critical built into it. She has the 4-piece set critical hit rate built into it. She already has critical hit rate through the roof. So I imagine you want critical damage and like attack, so it makes the actual explosion worthwhile. But I digress. Like I don't exactly have any S rank versions of these discs, because it's like if I had any S ones, it's like they'd have four stats. But I specifically picked this one for anomaly proficiency, because she needs 115 points into like anomaly stuff, and she has exactly 116 now. So I think that's like the item that took me exactly over, just enough to do it, which is great. I can appreciate that one. Where is it? Because it's like rolling 2 HP nodes, and like I can appreciate, like, an attack and a crit rate one would be fine, but like 2 HP ones is not very good. I liked this one though, because it's like defense. I could, like, I don't know, maybe one day I can actually sit there and change the defense stat, or like what the main stat's supposed to be, because I like having I like the crit damage and rate boost that's built inside. That's really nice. Defense I could do without, because she has like so many things that make her invincible. But a crit damage, but in a defense, it's like an attack one. It's like, I can... The crit damage and penetration I like, because that helps on... because Meowby herself is so very strong, it doesn't matter what she's up against. So, like... what is it called? Penetration helps when she's fighting off element. It makes that much more of a difference. Like a 12.5% HP, I don't really need. I would honestly wish I could change that to something else. But crit rate, damage, but having a 4 set with attack, crit rate, damage, that's nice. So I can live with that. Like, this was a good Woodpecker Electro I got. That was a good one that I just found in the wild, I think. It's like 20% more attack. So it's a good solid one. I leveled that to 12. This one, it's like, you know, it has set attack and it also has critical damage. But the HP one, it's like, what do I need that for? What the hell do I need so much HP in the first place? Granted, I do see the value in it later on, because like more HP in general is just like, it would be like better than defense. This is also isn't a character that like wants to take hits. And there's like, as you get better, you'll be able to just dodge more stuff efficiently. Because I think I got some Sokaku stuff in the first place, because she wants, I want energy recharge Sokaku. Though the one thing I don't really understand is like, what is impact? Like, what does that do? I think that's like, if I could probably infer what that is, I think that's probably more damage to like enemies with super armor. Or at least I wouldn't think so. I don't know. She actually seems like a person who would probably get a lot more benefit than out of Astral Voice, because it's like attack is whatever, but it's like the 4-piece set is all right. Any squad member enters the field with quick assist. That's what you use when you use because the quick assist function is like, no, that's the one with it's not the parry, is it? Astral. Only one of this effect can be active at a time in the same squad, so that's a bit iffy. I'd rather just have more of the bonus then. Oh, I forgot. You can actually upgrade the W engines. Yeah, because it's like, this is hers is like innate 12.5% critical rate. So it's already just shoots it up immediately. I forgot that it's such a good idea to upgrade these in the first place. Because honestly, I just forget. Because there's inherently so much to do in the game in the first place. There's simultaneously too much going on and not enough going on. Like right now I'm over in like I see this, I'm like, oh boy, I have to make 2 teams. I don't even have enough to make like 1 team normally. Though I imagine Shiyu defense is like something that you do like much later on. Because I was playing it, I'm like, you know, I'm clearing pretty efficiently, but it's also like that's too much. That's a lot of shit I gotta do. Because if it already calls for something like I need to make effectively 2 teams for the run, I'm like, no, thank you. We can forget about that. No, we already did Battlefront Purge. Oh, Construction Ruins Fortnite? Oh my goodness gracious. What is this? Oh, it's the Notorious Hunt. But for right now, I'll have to leave Miyabi's stuff alone, because that's just how it's gonna be for hers. Because it's like it's a nice it's a nice 4 set for her, but it's like it's just what it's gonna have to be until I can get some more materials. Let's see. You press Y for the related agent. Ether damage increase. As much as I don't like Nicole, I understand that she's really the only character. It's like that one of the few characters that does like ether damage and also is like a really good debuffer. So I have to learn how to use her, which is something I don't like, but it's like, well, so be it. I want increased drops from this, but it's like now I have to consider what is it? Oh, let's just go back to 6th Street then, because I want to go level up. We got to go talk to Mr. Coffee. We got to get the Tin Man over there, because it's like, I don't know what happened. There used to be like, what, 10 coffees you could get, and now they don't even have that anymore. I'm like, where did that come? What happened to that? All right, we're looking for trendy family disaster. I don't think I have the disaster one. I think that one comes from like a commission I have to do that I haven't done yet. Oops. Well, since I don't have it, we'll just put a level 2 documentary. If I remember correctly, there's like they put like 4 or 5 more over there that I gotta do. But first, let's deplete some of our stuff. No, what is it called again? It's like that battery stuff. It's effectively that's your currency that you gotta do for it. General Chop, please give me something good to eat. I am starving. Where are they locked? What is this? Oh, does it not actually change what the drop rate for disk drives or something? It seems a little off. I would have thought it would have doubled the drop rate for disk drives and such. I probably need to start selling some of those too, because my inventory is getting all cluttered right now. Go get him. Oh, no, Sokaku, no. Oh my god, he ran back in right when it needed to happen. I'm like, oh, crap. That's like the little learning curve I enjoy with Sokaku, is the fact that you have to sit there and figure out, like, how am I going to integrate chaotic metal? Oh, that's ether damage. Whoops. Oh, no, wait, we have that. Okay, since we have... No, not a full ether metal set yet. Dang it. I don't have enough to exactly give her a full set, because I need just one more. It's also enough for Nicole, too. Let's do it again. Because then we gotta go to the Hollow Investigative Society. Oh, that's good. Oh, you baby girl, you hit him with the finisher. You're so good at what you do. My goodness. 42 seconds. Well, now I have more than enough to do the set, which is good. Well, I'm glad I read what the rest of that set does, because since Sokaku is just like being switched into all the time, we can keep the buff up. Let's see, do we have enough for it? That's no, I just wanna equip it. I don't really Also, why is there no ability to just like switch between the 6 slots? Like, I just want to press my bumpers and do that. Like, this doesn't need to be like, oh, let's like switch to the next. I gotta like, no, I wanna equip it. Well, actually, it would probably be a pretty good idea to roll defense or HP for Sokaku, since it's like, since her once that like, what is it? Her EX skill. I want it to like, she armors through everything and eats a lot of damage from it. Okay, good. Wow, she has 6% critical hit rate. Oh my god, Peter. She's gonna be so strong. What the hell? Okay, let's go to the HIA club. We'll get some of that sorted out so I can probably do some Ascendant stuff from Miyabi. Let's do it, babe. Let's see, that's W engine stuff. We already got our guys at 40. So, anomaly boost. Tarask mixer. Elite proxy. Damn it. I do enjoy having Harumasa on the team. He's been very good for us, but it's like I wish we had all three for the ice boost benefits. Oops. Okay, more or less don't need Sokaku, not Sokaku, like Harumasa for that, because like for like wow, she did a lot that time. Wow, I guess having the inherent boost that's built inside to boost the team really makes a certain amount of difference. I almost don't even need Miyabi. No, well, Miyabi is so strong is because Sokaku is so good. Sometimes I wish you could be able to like buffer the input for that move. Like you could do it in a dash and you could do it in the middle of a dash and she's able to just throw it down while she's moving. Like she gets her animation started so you don't have to sit there and like wait for it to finish too long, or you could get out of it faster. Because you need to get to like the third hit so she can activate the switch, which is what I wanted you to do. I want you to activate that so I can just get in there. No, I don't have copies. I need to overcrock. Oh my god, you gotta hold it all the entire time. My goodness gracious, it takes forever to do. I wonder if there's a way to see what it looks like, because that's level 1. That's C1 for that one. So it's like 50% critical damage on level 1. It's probably like a 30% boost later on, so it's like it maxes out at that. Let's go look at W engines. We're popping pills and everything like that, so... So it maxes out at crit rate boost to 24%. Yeah, it's a 80% boost. So even at C1, it's still pretty fine for the most part. I can dig it. It's not like it makes much of like an earth-shattering level of difference. Oh, I can't see what she looks like in terms of like what she's supposed to be at max. Oh well. We could certainly do another one of those then, where it's let's see. Plating agent. Oh, that's for W engine stuff. Oh no, that's for the disk drives. That's it. They have like 4 different things for this. Well, let's just do one of those so we can deplete it and do something else then. Because after that, we can do a little bit of story stuff. Nice. Oh, there was another guy over there. I didn't even see him. That's just how strong she is. It's like you just don't even have to look in their general direction. She pops them like a balloon. Promotion, W engine. Can I actually get new gear for that? I was thinking about that because now it's like I'm at the point where Miyabi needs like tier 3 materials to do her stuff. No, I can't do that yet. Okay, now we can go to... No, we actually have to do those commissions because they unlock other stuff. I love playing offline MMOs. I love doing menial tasks. There's still more chapter 1 stuff I have to do. Like, my goodness, they have something to do on every step of the way. Okay, we can turn that down. Where are they? Okay, it's finished. There we go. Great. We gotta go through the sky anus now, because apparently we just loves crawling into sphincter-like objects. At least with these missions, they're like done as fast as you can do them. Geez, now I'm not defeating them too fast and I don't have to sit there and wait for them to come back. See, that's something I can never understand with that. It's like, every time somebody explains to me about Genshin or whatever, it's like, oh, the dailies feel like a job. And it's like, I watch them do that. I'm like, it does, because it's... Does that game even have fast travel? Because they make you do a lot of walking. Because like this is the type of game where it's like... This game has fast travel, but it also has, like, menuing. I mean this in the sense that it's like, I kind of wish some of the stuff was just like immediately in a menu. Like, do I really need to walk around some of this stuff? Feels like kind of a waste of time. Exactly there, Jeff. It's just the fact that it's like, it matches to both the benefit and the detriment. It's, you spend not even an hour at some points. You just like, it's done. You get in there and you get out. There's not a lot of fluff to it. You don't have to do shit like this where it's like, all right, you want to do like a little bit of progress? Well, it's like, bro, they want you to sit here and waste all your goddamn time. Like, what is it? It's... AT respects your time more than a Hoyoverse product does. Oh, man. Well, I mean, also they make, like, when the dailies start feeling like it's a job, you're probably just like, you know, you're getting tired of the game at some point. Maybe it's like, it's one of those times where it's like, maybe you gotta step away from the game for the most part. Go do something else for a while. Like, don't touch it, just like, or just like try something else different in the game. But even then, it's like, there's only so much of a difference that can make. Oh, that's cool. It turns into a big bomb after that. That's cool.
I hope these can be of use to you.
Nice score! I contributed.
Because I mean, that's effectively what these like the Hoyoverse games are designed to do. It creates like an ecosystem within itself, a time ecosystem within itself. Like you have a rechargeable item, not a rechargeable item. You have a resource that recharges, and also you have stuff you can do outside of that. Stuff you can do that doesn't take up that resource. So it's like they want you to spend as much time as possible in these games. They don't exactly make it feel like it's worth your while sometimes, because it's like then you got shit right here like Mr. Super Twink. It's like I don't care about that. I want to keep playing the game. I don't know, but I read something the other day that really just put everything into perspective. I think I had mentioned this before, but it's like those Korean MMOs from like early 2000s, like Ragnarok Online and like Maple Story and stuff like that, where it's like a mostly single player experience and you spend a lot of time doing that, like working on things yourself. Those type of games just made a return in the form of these, like these type of gacha games. Because I mean, in the early 2000s, it was not as much susceptible to like do something like that in terms of like spending your time with an MMO. I mean, WoW certainly made a huge difference with that. It became more social. Well, it's like WoW effectively is a hangout simulator that has like side content you can do. Except with these type of games, you don't even get the benefit of interacting directly with other players. It's like exactly. Guild Wars 1, that's another classic situation. City of Heroes. Tons and tons of KMMOs and everything like that. You get to, most of the time you'll just interact with other players at some point and spend time doing that. Because it's sometimes it's much more preferable than do anything else. Like a lot of people sometimes are just like they play those games just to go hang out with their friends. And they pay the $20 a month or whatever it costs to do that. And I mean, I totally get it. Though, I didn't have that sort of thing when I was growing up. I didn't play MMOs to that extent. That's why I can really tolerate those type of single-player MMOs that everybody's so fond of right now. Like this, Action Taimanin, anything, like any real Korean stuff. Like I can tolerate that because I like that. And I have other places where I get my personal interaction from. Because to some people, that's their entire world. For better or worse, it is.
I'll take your place. Here to assist. Careful. Okay. There's no time to lose.
Sokaku's about to die.
How about this? Cut through chaos. Weakling.
I could never actually play WoW when I was a kid because like my parents did the thing where it's like, we already bought you the game. What the hell do you need to do to pay the time for? So it's just like, whenever it gets to that situation, it's like, you know, all right, now I never had a chance to play it in the first place. So when I finally had the chance, like when I got older, I would play Final Fantasy XIV. I still really like that game. I still really like it, but I don't want to pay like the monthly fee for it, which is it just annoys me to say the least.
Shadowless blade.
Make way. Be gentle with the pace, would you?
Look at me. It's over. Time to eat. I see it.
Oops.
Around and around and stop. Restore order.
Yes, I did hear about Google bringing down the hammer on Azure Lane of all things.
Hitting the mark is all that matters.
We shall
It specifically went after what, like those first, like there's 5 specific first year outfits that the game has.
my
And I was like, wow, going down on all of those things in the first place, like those are some of the most famous outfits from the game in the first place too. Because I mean, if it hit those, then it certainly would be able to hit any other company in the first place. So I imagine now it's like, are other companies going to be taking less risks now? We're going to have more conservative outfits at this point. That's my question. Because while I don't care much exactly for Azure Lane itself, this sort of behavior coming from like a publishing platform is very annoying and almost malicious at some points, because it's now taking content that has already been in the game for years and years, is something that should not be considered.
watch out.
You don't need any help, right? Keep me up.
Harumasa, stop getting shot. Don't make me say Hawkeye at home is like a term of like being bad. It's a term of endearment.
You wanna play with me? I see it.
Make way.
Okay. My blade is already sheathed.
I mean, I imagine if they get on like Steam as a platform itself to make the game playable, that would be better for them. But it's like their audience is with on a mobile platform. Changing that up completely would create a pretty big infrastructure problem for the game itself. Bro, you're trash. Get fucked. Get out of here, bro.
I on my blade. Huh. Kagu is here! The light is but one step away.
This arrow will hunt you down. Who's the pathetic one now? Him!
I wish Action Taimanin would get an independent PC client so badly. I want it to be like Punishing Grey Raven, where it makes it run really, really well. And it makes the game much more better, because it's just like, everything is inside there. But they still have to answer their parent company. That's a little something I think people forget. Is like I don't know. That seems like if they got an independent PC client, because the game is 5 years old at this point, they would have to do something like make Action Taimanin 2 and just put it on the PC client from there. Because I imagine it's like a big ass spaghetti code situation inside the game, and it's like a mess to like port a Unity project and make it an independent PC client. At least in their terms of capacity, because obviously it can be done. Now the question would be like, is it worth for the Innerbrain company to actually do something like that? I don't know. But we got to ask ourselves the question of like, okay, what does it look like for RPGX? Because if RPGX is hurting in some way, I imagine they will make like immediate sweeping changes. Because that's what brings home the Blaken.
My turn now!
Combat isn't my thing. Don't worry, I'm terribly weak.
Hey, you wanna play with me? There's no time to lose. It's over. Boss, let me at him!
Like I was ecstatic when I finally learned it's like, oh yeah, like, you guys have a PC client? That's great. That makes life so much easier instead of having to sit there and use it on my phone all the time. 'Cause I hated doing that. Oh, she died. Oh, whoops, I wasn't paying attention.
I swear on my blade. My blade is already.
Who's the pathetic one now? Him!
Oh, that did a lot of damage. Oh no! Oh no, he's too strong. Oh, we're gonna lose. Oh, I have to do that again now.
This arrow will hunt you down.
Cool. Now, from what I remember, the what do you call that? you still need to use a code if you're going from iOS and Android over to Steam, and you have to do it every time when you're switching. That is it's not exactly my most favorite thing, but it's like, because I mean I only ever play the game on Steam because I think I don't ever worry about that. We gotta do it again. We gotta do this again though because I wasn't paying attention. All right, Haramasa, let's go, buddy.
Awaken! You're gonna get dizzy!
Okay. So now I have to find out a way to make because I can't just tank through it anymore. I'm so cocky. I have to just sit there and I have to learn how to play it correctly. Miyabi's about to die. It's not good.
I can also become an Asura! Purging Slash! My blade is already sheathed. It's over.
Oh, that sucks. That was a bad move on my part. Now I have to just, can we just restart? Yeah. Oh, that sucks. You take too many risky moves. Because for the most part, I could probably just use Miyabi and she can sort this out herself. Because this one isn't about time, it's about just surviving the encounter.
over. Watch out.
Of course.
Victory, the only option. Weakling. Here we go! I see it. My blade is already sheathed. The light is but one step away.
This arrow will hunt you down.
That'll do it. Look at that, it's actually challenging for once. I'm also not on element, which is not good. That would have probably went a lot easier if I did that. What was the one that they wanted anyways for? I think it was like physical or something. That would have been one for Billy. Did you get that fang oil down? Did you get that fang oil down for it? Fang oil down? Did you get that oil changed? What are your daddy's requirements? Oh, okay, so I forgot you have to do these sort of things with it. Is there anything else I need to do? Oh yeah, just one more thing. Chatty, alright, we can be professional with it, that's good. Experiencing daddy. Oh, it's a puzzle. Okay. Give me some commissions, okay. So what's it supposed to be? Oh, this is who Venus is. The gaze of the stars. Bardic Needle. Business competition. Oh, cool. So I think this is actually finally we're gonna upgrade the shop to level 2 or something. Which is kind of what it needs in the first place, because it's already kind of bare bones in the bare bones. Elfie. It's brand new tech that's specific. Okay, we can do allow listeners to be immersed in melodies and enjoy the music's gentle embrace. Of course I am. I want to be immersed with Elfie. Using melodies to tap into a customer's deeper emotions intrigues me. But before you begin, take this. What could it be? You're opening it now? Oh, you didn't be so impatient. What did I get? Noise. Okay. It's the... Is this like level 2 stuff or something? Yep. S-rank disk drives can now be obtained. Can now select the partition to tune. Oh, that's actually really cool. This is how you determine what these are supposed to be. So to get like you can, so these are S rank partitions, so you can work from there. Hmm. Damn, you can only hold 100 of these at the same time. Sheesh.
Composition brings is truly remarkable.
I should probably equip some of these to like a character so I don't forget about them.
The joy that this delicious composition. I'll be waiting for your next visit.
Alright, that's nice. What does the packing crate do? Oh, you can't just check it out to do random stuff with that? Okay. Alright, Scratch Card Mania, what do you got? Oh my god, triple woofer. Conveyor belts saving lives. I don't get what they're talking about, but another thing is the sedatives were sprayed. It's just good you found a job there, buddy. Congratulations. At least we got to see the resolution of that. We gotta take a picture of these little guys. Which one's the camera? Target spotted. Let's put our hands together, everybody. There we go. Oh, I gotta go to level 40, thank goodness. Fantastic. How much money do I have? Advanced ether, energy transfer fluid. Dolly, what are you doing? Oh, I can't believe this happened. Boy, she keeps losing her pulley thing or whatever it is. Mr. Cat, you have to stop taking that from her. It's not a good idea. Okay, Serene, what do you want? Hello there, random play manager. Interview the employees? Okay. What if my photos are terrible? Okay, I guess. Choose a store and take a picture of the staff. Okay, that's easy. General Chop, my boy. Never mind, I don't want to be famous. With your impeccable sense of style, people wouldn't resist looking at you. Boost magazine sales and go viral. Just use these photos and don't take any pictures of me. Why do they want to make a specific point about the random play store? There's not exactly much going on there in the first place. It's just a video store, bro. Ellen Page, what do you got for us? Who could this be? Well, I'm glad we met Ellen Page, I guess. I don't know what she's supposed to be. Hello, kind citizen. Officer Meow Meow. Complete chapter 2? Oh. How many do I have? 4, 6, 8. I need 2 more to complete. A dew-covered card, so it's been there for a couple of days now. Thank you for your feedback on a recent purchase from our fresh flowers. Your suggestions have helped us receive praise from many customers. Today I've specifically selected a combination of fresh wildflowers from the Old Town District just for you. Hope they bring a touch of color to your life. Look forward to your next visit. The Old Town District of the Hollow. Damn, there's a lot of stuff going on. I don't want to go to the parking lot yet. I need to go to the internat. Daddy, we got to go over to there and finish the mission. It's so important. Oh, dude, this is a solve the puzzle mission. Oh, this is the one where like it matches the same sides that you do, so you need to solve it from there. Oh, cool. It records my steps, so I have to think about it from there. So I need 6 total gear coin transactions. I'm just glad it's able to double back so I can actually solve it then. So if it mirrors the other side, then that means I have to do that side for this. Okay, so it doesn't actually recognize that it has to do that in the first place. So if I go through that secondary area for the extra coins, it won't be able to do that in the first place. It actually creates a desync. That's not good, actually. It's probably going to bite me in the ass later that I didn't pick that one up, because it's already going to put me at a deficit. Okay. I bet you could do that in less steps in the first place. Because 30 is like, it gives you a lot of room to mess up. It's neat. It actually starts off from the same area, it starts off in the opposite area that you do. So now I have to consider whether or not it's supposed to do like, because down is going to be, because I have to move down to pick up all these coins. Well, the first logical step is supposed to be over there. Great, that was good. Oh my god, this is scary. We've been out of combat for the last like 15 minutes. I almost forgot what it was supposed to feel like. Oh my god, go Meebo, go. Let's hurry it up here, please. Wow, they can actually injure themselves with it. That's good.
Huh? Can I use it to buy snacks?
There we go, easy peasy. That was no problem at all. Well, that was neat. That was actually a cool way to use the mimic puzzle stuff. Great job, Daddy. You managed to get through this without drowning. Physical and fire. Okay. Guess we're gonna need some serious firepower for this one. I'm starting to see the shortcomings of Sokaku when she has to, like, her big thing is passing the buff around. And the only way to really get it, like, going on her is to use the banner stance. Vital view. Who's that? Oh, Mr. Robot, slow down. You're scaring me. Yay, Merry Christmas, Sokaku.
Signal lost. Redirecting. Target signal locked again.
I'm gonna lose my buff now. Come on, let's go.
Detected large fan blades spinning at high speed.
Solution, slow down.
Sokaku is here!
Good job, Sokaku. We managed to avoid drowning.
I swear on my blade.
Oops, that was the wrong character I wanted to switch to. I thought that was Sokaku.
Awaken.
Warp, 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 warp. Dude, it's the Covenant from fucking Half-Life. Look at this guy. Oh, cool. I was wondering, like, can I hit them into that? Yes, it did. It did 100,000 damage to him. Oh my god.
The cargo wheel is malfunctioning. Please go to the area below and get past the mechanisms.
There's money in here. I have to destroy all of them first. It did. It sounded like something straight out of Warcraft. Like a fucking right out of Warcraft 3.
Work, work. Work, work.
Oh, money. Hold on, what's up here? I gotta check this out. There's gotta be something cool up here. Oh, look, an ice cream truck.
Work, work.
Oh, I can't hit them into the stuff.
Vanish. You're gonna get dizzy.
Oh, that sucks. Which one am I supposed to go to? There it is. Well, hang on, there's like 2 of those now. Oh, dude, secret area? Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, they're pretty straightforward areas. I manage to just like, I go over there where that bang bro is, and then they do like, that finishes the mission, but then it's like, oh boy, secret boss. I go back to an earlier area and they get cool things. Oh, this is cool. I like this idea. This is actually a fun idea. You need to use the dodges to actually see the coins. Ah, oh, damn it! You're supposed to get it off of those mines. Damn it! Oh, that sucks. Well, I hope there's enough to do it. No, really, I did enough to get it. I'm surprised. I had like 7 seconds left for that.
The light is but one step away.
Oh, I guess they wanted you to actually just sit there and like, if you defeat the enemies, you'll probably head over to the that second area.
Shokaku is here! Yeah!
I don't think it stops it completely. I still have to do the that. Oh, is it really not? It doesn't slow down time fast enough for you to do that?
Look at me!
I just think that's kind of funny. Like they actually can now have environmental kills for the most part. That's it's such a simple thing. It's just like I like if you want to be able to just knock them into the fan, that's fine. In most other games, they just like, all right, well the fan's just going to be like an extra thing that's exists there for the most part.
My blade is already.
With a clear mind, arrows fly true.
Here we go!
That's right, Sokaku, spank him in the butt. Swing, very good. And we still have Miyabi's ult save, that's good. We're getting closer to the target. Ooh, what could it be? What kind of horse shit could this be? Oh no, a circular arena with wide spaces.
It's over. Victory.
That would be insane if they actually could have environmental kills. Like I could knock him in, like in the sewer level, you can knock him into the chemical pit or something. Or the fan, you can hit an enemy into the jet or something. The airport, you can knock someone into the jet. Yeah, that would actually also make a pretty big difference in the fact that it's like, oh, we could probably just have like how Ingrid has those flame pillars that she puts down on the ground. I would think like that would be a really cool idea just to have it like, okay, I can now kick Lena or Ingrid into those. So like they leave those on the ground. Okay, I can put those, I can kick them or knock them into those, like bait them into their attacks so they can get stacks of Hellfire built onto them so they don't deal any damage. That would be really great. That would be a level of detail that would be really fun to do. Makes you wonder, like, why is it not in there in the first place? That's such a fun idea. It's like maybe it's like, well, it's like maybe it's not just that kind of game in the first place. They don't worry about that. Yeah, what a relief! Did you resolve the family dispute? Oh, cool! We got a new film. We got a new videotape. That's good. Now our passive income increases by 3%. Whoa, bro. Oh my god. Who's this? Ryan, what are you doing? Can you? Okay. So we got another photography event. Explosive moment. Fishing prohibited. Oh, it's a sliding tile puzzle. Fantastic. All right. So, what are these cats doing? Why are they fighting the dead-end butcher? Well, it's not the butcher. Frieza gets bisected by his own just energy disc. It's like, Broody got hit by the Destructo disc. He couldn't handle it. Oh, is there like a limited amount? Okay, they just get harder and harder. Oh no, wait, this is... So there's already preset stuff for it. Okay. Cat in the corner. So it's not even like really a sliding tile puzzle. It's just... No, I don't want to do that again. Alright, what's this supposed to be? Ambient Soldier 11 in the middle. X-Wing in the back. The electrical sign there in the corner. There's a guy falling. And a guy hitting the gritty in the middle. Okay. There's the leg. Soldier 11's right there. It's the electrical marker. Up there in the corner that matches his leg. That's the arm. No. Soldier 11 and that. So it's Billy shooting in the corner. We got one of those Fausts in the foreground, massive energy sword. There's one directly above Billy, one shooting directly at him coming at a 45. There's a cone in the bottom right, and the crossbuck icon behind Billy. Okay. Billy's there. That's his foot. Pistol's there. That's in the neck. That matches with that. Construction site. So it's Ben there. The horns are on the left and right side of his head. The Hollow's head is right there in the middle. The pile driver is in the foreground. There's a dump truck in the back. That's to the right side of his face. To the face right there, the top of the head. Now it's in the corner. There's Ben's elbow. Top. Okay. Cool. So I don't need to worry about this bottom right corner. So there's the walkers. There's the fastest one in the back. Less detail. The big red core for the foreground. The green one is the second one to the back next to the crystal This blue looking guy's on the left side. That's one lower. It's over here. He's swishing that way. Bro's having himself a swish of sweets on that one. He's just hanging out, just zooming in the back. That goes there. Here. It's his leg. Cool. What's this supposed to be? We got the two evil dogs. We got Mr. Shiba on the right and the hollow dog on the left. And the little chainsaw guy. I don't know who he is. Is that Nekomata in the background? I think it is. So... dog on the left. Okay. So, tool arm. The jaw goes there. Chainsaw. Back leg. Those. Neck. Great. I understand there, Jeff, because it's like with the they really have pushed the Unity engine to its limits, for better and for worse. Because it's like when it runs pretty well. It can also look pretty nice too, but you can really feel like it's made in Unity. And it's like that makes you think like Action Taimanin is also made in Unity. Because like that would be it really goes to show just how like whenever depending on like what a studio's ambitions are behind like what they want to accomplish in Unity, they can do amazing things with it. Because I think like because I know I think most of their titles in the first place are run through Unity. It's not exactly like the best engine to use because it's like, well, also it's mostly for like it works on mobile, and it probably has really good ways to scale resolution, because obviously this runs on phones, and I think it has dynamic resolution on the phone to save frames and like keep it consistent. That would be a cool thing to do if like give it some just world destructibility stuff. Though I think they would have to probably like integrate Havoc into it or something. Because when something is destroyed in this game, it doesn't persist. It unloads immediately. Like they don't ever give it a chance to like keep it around in any capacity, because it's like it would just take up too much resources and like bring the game down to a crawl. It already has problems right now with lighting effects and lighting problems and detail.
I got plenty of new ideas.
At least with things in the overworld. Like I can certainly feel the difference when certain things are happening on the like when you're on 6th Street or something and you want to do something like I don't know, just walk around. Because also it's the way it also loads things. Because it's like every time it's like when I switch these bang boos or go to a thing in the menu or switch around something, it has to load.
Try 'em out on EOS one by one.
Like it has to really sit there and load for like quarter second. It stutters a bit. This is something that persists in like a bunch of Unity games as well. I think that maybe just how like the pipeline itself works. I don't know, because it's like when it has to load in something, it hangs up for a second and does that. Because Action Taimanin does this too. Whenever you're walking around like during a mission, Like when it gets ready to spawn the next wave, or you're going to the next, like a next menu or something, it has to pull that up from like from memory. It's not like cached data or something where I can just immediately pull it up. It's got to like do a hard load. Oh wow.
I got plenty of
How very specific. They're a super magnetic Neo reference. That's a Dreamcast game like nobody fucking played, but it's like, there we go. He looks exactly like Super Magnetic Neo. That's really cool actually. Oh, I wish I had Shark Boo.
I got plenty of new ideas.
It makes me wonder just like what's the weight of Snowbreak in terms of like because I think, what is it? It's Zenless itself is like 70 gigabytes. It makes you wonder what the size of the game is in Unreal, like for Snowbreak, was since it uses Unreal. Because it's like, while Unreal has a very specific look, it is also like more lightweight. But also it's either like, I imagine like these bigger companies that have like, you know, almost endless amounts of revenue, they can use Unreal and they can have they can make it run really well. Like they can go just like talk directly to Epic and they can like find the optimizations, or like get specific plugins that make the thing run really smoothly. Because if you don't know how to use Unreal correctly, it runs like garbage. It will like max out your GPU or like CPU or give CPU problems because it's like you're not doing something correctly. And then you can get it in some cases where it runs like buttery smooth at the highest settings because they just know what to do. It's like Naughty Dog with their Uncharted games. I think they run it on a specific like in-house Sony engine. Like if any other company that would try to use it or something, they didn't know what to do, so it didn't get like the best effects out of it or anything like that. But we got
So, for the monster in the square, you're really
we
saying
got story for the
Japan
most part.
is gonna take over the remaining investigation?
Absolutely positive. We heard it firsthand, together with the Belobog Industries people. The monster's remains will still be collected by public security, of course. But the automated evidence carrier
I'm gonna
will
get a
bring the
drink while
remains
these
to
two
hand once
skanks
it
are
passes through
talking.
the hollow.
Yeah, I get it. Hand is better than public security at investigating this kind of weird stuff. They've always had a pretty delicate relationship. That PubSec officer seems decent, though, being willing to put all that aside and hand over the case. Oh, it's getting late. I can't stay and chat. I have a client meeting scheduled later. Anyway, I'll do my best to help look for Rain, so keep an eye out for some good news.
Thanks, Nicole. Bye. Hey, Wise.
Oh no, it gave me a decision while I left. That's not good. Was that Nicole on the phone just now?
Was that Nicole on the phone just now?
Yeah. Nicole figured that we were related to what happened in the square.
Oh my god,
so
Belle,
she
stop
called to ask.
talking. I
By
got
the
it. We
way,
gotta go
Kaleda
find
also
Rain.
called
Kaleda
earlier
talked
to
to her?
say public
Okay.
secure-
Hope the collection goes
Finally.
smoothly.
I hope the collection goes smoothly.
Fingers crossed. Anyway, whether it's the investigation or the search for Rain, all we can do now is wait for news. Since we don't have a lot on our plate right now, let's drop by the public security office sometime in the next couple of days.
Well, why do you want to go there then?
What are we gonna do over there?
I'm surprised you've forgotten. Our driver's licenses are about to expire. It was Fairy who noticed it the other day.
Master, I've applied for a driver's license renewal for you and Second Assistant on the Public Security's official website. But unfortunately, the collection of the new licenses must be done in person.
Let's visit their office in Lumina Square soon then, to collect our new driver's licenses. The metro to Lumina Square is always crowded. Let's just drive there.
Alright, now we gotta go. This is like the public security chapter or something. How about today? Alright, let's get this one done. Immersive storytelling. Let's go. Because that'll probably be like the last thing we do for this. Alright, I gotta turn on the audio again. We gotta go to Lumina Square, whatever the hell that is. Must be like the government center for the game. Well, this certainly can't be good. I guess it's like it takes a very mundane task, like, okay, we've got to go renew our driver's license, everybody. Yippee! Oh, I see. This is now the second area of the game. Yeah, see that it's doing the thing I was talking about earlier, where it has to load new data, and it has to do a hard pull every time. Oh yes, it's very real, because now you have to like, oh, do I have to renew my driver's license? Oh man, because I had to go to the BMV, that's what we call it around here. I had to go there so I could get a title put to my name. And then I have to use that title, and I have to go back to the car dealership, and I have to do all that, and then I gotta go. I think I have to get in. No, I still have my other title for my other car. It's like it's a lot of paperwork and waiting. You know, that's just like anything with the government. Because like I remember I got the information for the title sent to me. Well, not like I did that on a Monday, and I got the stuff today in the mail. I'm still waiting for the title too. Well, renewing your driver's license isn't so bad, at least around here. Renewing it becomes a problem when you have a lot of endorsements and also problems behind you. Because it's like, if I had my motorcycle endorsement, that would oh my god, look at this. It's just like dropping frames day in and day out because it's trying to load it's just trying to load this new area, which is like almost twice as large as 6th Street. Hello, public person. Illegal parking in an alleyway. The Starlight Knight. Every fine is meant to protect. This is my duty. Okay. That one wasn't loud enough. Let's try again. Oh, goodness. The Simmer. Because, like, I just have a regular old driver's license. But I imagine it becomes a big problem, or, like, at least more time-consuming to do, if you have something like a commercial driver's license, a chauffeur's, a specialty one, or you have restrictions on your driver's license, like you require glasses at night to see, or something like that. If you have anything like that, I imagine it's like a much more of a hassle. Like you gotta get your picture taken and you gotta do a vision test or some shit. It's like, good lord. Look, there's the car. See, we're parking in an alleyway. It's like, what the hell's the problem now? I gotta like sit here and stare at the ground. Uh-oh. Please follow the traffic laws. Use a street corridor crossing. Hi, I need some help. Oh, he's just like a little bang boo robot. He only says one thing and that's it. Are you calling me? What a terrible system. Distance in near currently available parking space, 2.1 kilometers. Yeah, nice. I guess they're just never gonna let these cars cross. It's the Shibuya Scramble. We gotta get across the street. Forks modified. Oh, is that like the premier racing components company or something in the game? It's Forks. Forks. I don't know how you're supposed to say that. I'm just gonna call it Forks. It's like it's either Brid or Bride racing component materials or something that you like the ones you always see in like Japanese cars. And it's like it's just Brid or on the backpack or like on the bucket seat belts or some shit. 2 kilometers, we'll just have to settle. It's like, well, let's get going then. Use those feet.
This is exhausting. I had no idea it'd be so hard to find a parking space here. We should have just taken the metro.
Bitch, it was your idea. It's like, hey, let's drive the car. We're only renewing our driver's license. Wow, doesn't that sound so fun? Fuck you.
Sorry, it's my bad.
And I gotta drive the car.
Check if
I'm the one who's gotta
before we
find a damn
left.
parking spot.
But we haven't gotten much exercise lately, so let's just consider it a
Bro,
workout.
whatever.
You're the one who never exercises. The only time you run is when you're using Eos's body. Speaking of things we haven't done lately, it's been ages since we had a good meal. Since that dinner with the cunning hairs, right?
I knew you
All
were
that
complaining for a
left me
reason.
Tired. I knew there was more to it than that.
We deserve to treat our... What do you think? How?
Let's go eat somewhere then. As long as it's not a buffet.
Okay, anything but a buffet.
Hooray! You're the best!
Ah, stop talking, Belle. Why do we have to do this?
Why is the signal so weak?
What's wrong, Belle?
Don't tell me it's broken.
Are you all right? Are you hurt?
Belle! Belle! Are you okay? Are you injured?
I'm okay. Have we met somewhere before?
Have we?
Sorry, I think we've mistaken you for somebody else.
Mission unthinkable. Goody.
Juyuan, Qingyi, thank you so much for your help this afternoon. If it weren't for you
Zuyan
acting so
Qingli.
fast, I'd probably be lying in the
Oh,
hospital
it's
right
King
now.
Zion.
Don't mention it. Keeping citizens safe is our duty as public security officers, and we're thankful for your cooperation. All that paperwork took some time.
Oh, she has a tie like a European officer. Well, specifically more like a British officer, because their ties are like blue and green like that. It's
Any
cool.
news on how the driver is doing?
Oh, this is Zhu Yan. This is the one that
nice
they
of you
make
to
the
ask.
funny videos about
He's
how
only
she's
got
got
minor injuries,
a
but he's
gigantic
quite
ass
shaken.
for some reason.
He can't recall what took place before the
The
accident.
big butt officer.
But don't worry. Every
Is an
problem
officer
has a
good and
solution.
sexy? That's it.
We'll find a way to get to the bottom of this.
It's getting late. Why don't you two head home? Feel free to contact us if you recall any further details about the accident.
Thanks for
again
your
for your
help,
help, you two.
officer. Now go.
If you pass by 6th Street in the future, be sure.
So you live on 6th Street.
Oh, what do you mean?
Hold on, Qingyi. Being vague could give the wrong impression. Here, take a look at this. It should better explain what she's talking about.
Oh, it's a public safety awareness monthly questionnaire. And a flyer from Zunyan. It appears to be a survey for the upcoming public event hosted by Public Security. The guy looks familiar. Does he? I don't remember him. I can't write it to spin it. I want to read this. Oh, so it's just gibberish. That guy on the flyer looks kind of
The officer on
familiar.
the flyer looks familiar.
That's Bringer, Deputy Commander of PubSec HQ in Janus Quarter. Qingyi and I were actually sent to the Lumina branch temporarily by Inspector Bringer to prepare for this event. We'll be holding a big safety lecture here soon for the citizens. The two of us will be visiting nearby neighborhoods and distributing the questionnaires to encourage them to attend.
Oh, her hair clip is a giant handcuff. That's
I see.
kind of cool.
Welcome to the neighborhood.
Thanks. Please, keep the questionnaire. If you're interested in the seminar, you can fill in your info and give it to us when we visit 6th Street.
See you again soon, managers.
Zuyan and Qingyi return to the public security building.
So, public security officers will be visiting 6th Street soon. By the way, there's something
Belle,
else.
stop talking.
What a coincidence. I want to discuss that too. But we shouldn't talk here. Their office is still nearby.
Let's.
You mean that we went all the way over here to get our driver's license renewed, and then now that happens? Hello, dog. Oh, dog and cat, they are working together. They are so crazy. Sunset film. Oh, cool. Now we have new tapes we can use. Here's the SWAT van. Look at that thing. Location has been marked on your map. Why do they call it a mini map? Can I have the big map? Oh, there's a new store. Oh, it's the same store actually. Okay. That was a disappointment. Is there anything else over there? It's just like... I wonder if the cars change every time during the day. Or at least for when, like when you do, like, what do you call it? When you enter through the, like do a loading zone, you're able to change what cars are there. Wow. From only 100 million a meter squared? No, what? Are they talking about like you buy like one of these deluxe apartments and they're like a 1 million a piece, 100 million a piece, 100 million per meter? Just where the hell are they living? Oh, there's a HIA club. That's cool. Oh, it's the same one. So that means... Okay, so now when I leave the building, it's going to lead me to this part. So now I have to use the warp. Oh, there's a whole side area back here. Oh, that's kind of disappointing. I thought we were able to walk back here. I don't like it. It makes me feel bad. They're not letting me explore. What does this game want from me? Do they not want me to play it? You know, I could really fuck up a bowl of noodles right about now. That sounds pretty good. I don't think I have any other noodle packages. I don't think I have any ramen packages left over in the kitchen because I'm getting hungry again. 'Cause I feel like I'm gonna finish this and just go over there and like make some food. Like I gotta go to work tomorrow. Excuse me, Mr. Bang Boo, we gotta go. Oh, did they just put like a security Bang Boo or something like that inside there? It's pretty cool. So much happened, I don't feel like in the mood for food. What's our car doing there? Really? I think that's a little suspicious that they went over there, got our car, and did that. It's less appealing. Food tasting event at the convenience store. Okay. We're not allowed to go anywhere else. And yes, Fauna graduated yesterday. It's a sad state of affairs, to say the least. But I haven't checked her roommate account yet, so we'd have to figure out just what she's doing with that in terms of setup. She's already started to put out new content there in the first place.
All right, we can finally get back.
Alright, we're back to it.
After Belobog called PubSec in the Hollow. You were disguised as Eos at the time, so they weren't.
A lot of things happened that day, that's for sure.
Back, a lot was going on when they
So we've already met Officer King Yi and Zuyan.
Honestly, the shock of finding that monster in the monument was so overwhelming. Everything else is a little fuzzy.
We might bump into them again soon, so we should check the visual record of the investigation.
Message retracted.
Just to be safe.
Fairy, Fairy, pull up the footage for me. You gotta extract the data from that?
Could you extract the data from back then?
Yes, Master. I found the footage you require.
So for the most part, we've had like two major graduations in like this last year. For the English side, they had Amelia Watson, when the original Gen 1, and then we had Fauna. So it's like that's a pretty rough situation.
Is this the faulty Bang Boo?
Because I imagine it's like, you know.
Yes,
what is it?
some of its parts might have been corrupted. We'll hand over a detailed repair report later.
Who is it? Amelia Watson went over and wanted to do more indie stuff, so where she
something feels different about this Bang Boo.
she specifically went to do more indie stuff because she's streaming as Doobie. So, and she's still doing the same thing she would be doing
Wait a
there.
sec, Chingy. Saying things like that in front of the person filing the report might get us reported. Let's put aside how they ended up in the Hollow for now. Seems like Belobog Industries has come across something quite extraordinary.
Absolutely. I don't remember seeing anything with such unique traits in the records. Let me take a closer look at it. Looks like there's something inside the crystal.
Ooh, don't touch that! All non-forensic officers are prohibited from handling evidence without proper authorization. Besides, it's too risky, even if you've undergone corruption resistance treatments.
Inspector, the crime scene is just up ahead.
Where's that ferocious monster? I mean, the dangerous criminal.
Inspector Bringer, what are you doing
Oh,
here?
Inspector Bringer, just like Captain Quark from Ratchet and Clank.
Here come two elites of our criminal investigation department. Bring the suspect over. Get my good side when you take the picture. I need it for the headlines.
Oh, so
tomorrow.
Chloe is leaving over there at the end of January then,
the
isn't she?
suspect isn't here. They
That
were
sucks
attacked
a
by
lot
an
though.
unknown
It's
being with
Sakamata
high ether
Chloe of all
activity.
people. So I guess maybe she's probably
So
going to do
it
more,
was just an ethereal.
what do you call it?
No, Inspector.
Indie stuff again.
It had some peculiar characteristics.
I do appreciate
We
though that
suspect
the
it to be the
Hololive
result of
Corporation is
hollow
taking
mutation,
strides to
or the
making sure
product
that
of
people
some
want to
type of
actually,
illegal activity.
you know, stay.
Hold on.
because
You
when
see,
they
Julian,
I think
it's good to be
they've been
vigilant
public
as
for a
public
while,
security
but now
officer,
there's
the election is just
certain
around the
companies
corner.
with stake in there that they really want to
If we reveal
keep
the presence of an unknown
well
monster in the
well fed and
hollows now,
interested.
my election will
So they're going to be
lie.
like
The citizens will
they lean
surely
into that more
panic.
often because that's where the
Public
money comes from,
security shouldn't
obviously.
make any hasty announcements. We must
Because
investigate the matter
because I imagine it's to
thoroughly
some
first.
degree like the singing and
Rest
dancing is
assured,
important
we've
and everything
requested the
like
collected
that.
evidence be
But
given to
sometimes these
hand
people
for
just really just
expert
want to
analysis.
stream.
We're confident
It's
we'll
just
soon be able
like,
to-
you know,
What? It's been given to hand.
because like I know like the regloss setup they have is like they really are leaning into your gamer idols situation,
Evidence collection.
which is kind of what they wanted in the first place, because that's what makes the most money over there and like in the Japanese side of things.
I have a very important task for you.
Because like over there in Asian countries, they have like the idol culture and everything, but over here it's not so much the same. We like the funny women going to do the streams and everything like that.
Yet at least he didn't say no to giving over the evidence. Oh, now I get it. What's so special about this seminar that he has to send?
Fairy, are you able to bring up any info related to the seminar?
I'm running a search on keywords Lumina Square and Public Security Safety Awareness Month.
Well, more or less, I do wish Fauna well in her journeys as an indie again. I forget what the name of her account is called, or I'd go over there and check, but even then it's like, in my situation, it's like I watch some of her streams, but it's just like I can't keep up with like the Mori Calliope ones and then hers as well. I'd be just like sitting there and watching. I'd have to sit there and watch them like all day or something, and I can't really do, and I don't want to do that. I have other things I want to do.
Mr. Bringer, commanding officer of the district headquarters and the driving force behind the event, will
And even
also
then,
be
I'm
in
still
attendance
behind
at the
on like
seminar,
watching my Mori
which is
Calliope
to take
stuff.
place at the Lumina branch. Along with the other officers in charge, Inspector Bringer will conduct a media interview during the event to address any concerns citizens may have.
I do find it funny that making the comparison to like being fans of like Hololive content is like the modern day brony situation. Because like when when Friendship is Magic came out, you know, it's the sort of like rabid self-obsessed attitude, and also it's like an ego hit every time someone wants to ask about it or whatever. It just seems more acceptable now that it's like at times change even further with VTubing stuff.
We'd like to attend the event when they come to 6th Street in a few days.
Like you can really put out your own OC and like that, and it's actually a sort of acceptable idea. Oh boy, we've got investigators snooping around. The FBI is gonna go over there and break down our door. Alright, so that finishes that part up. Alright, let's go check over that with on the phone. I thought I hit accept already on those. What's even that one for? Yeah, he's talking about Sakamata Chloe from like Hololive JP Generation 4, I think. No, it's like Generation 5 or 6. Yeah, that's it. Generation 6. Alright, we can finish these. They're combat commissions. Ooh, I forgot to turn down the voices for that. Well, I guess the story in this now is defeat the enemies within the time limit. Well, I guess that means that for the most part that they have the story's picking up and now we're getting involved with the police. Well, I imagine these girls wanted to typically start leaving because, well, the internal changes within Hololive itself make it so that they obviously have creative differences and they don't see eye to eye on that, which means they're going to have to just like, all right, we're going to leave and go back to being indies because it takes off a lot of stress. Since I imagine it's like they like to play games they want to do. Typical, like, you know, flavor of the month stuff, they'll streamer bait things because it obviously generates a lot of eyes on you and it also translates to revenue. So that means they have to do stuff like, you know, they can't do certain games. It's like they have to sit there and wait for approval every time, which kind of sucks, and it eats up a lot of their waiting, and it eats up a lot of their time, and it makes them have to wait on certain things. When typically it's like if you were doing it as an indie or whatever, they would have just been able to do it immediately, get on the train, and get some eyes on their account. That or they do like a strange variety stream situation. Like that was mostly what like Watson would do, because she'd have like some sort of weird thing she would create since she's a professional. Since the actual person behind the account is a professional Foley artist who has to sit there, who's like a professional improviser. Because if you don't know what Foley effects are, they're the people who make all the sound effects for like whatever you like to watch or play. Just type in Sakamata Chloe Hololive JP. No, Sakamata Chloe Hololive JP English clips, because that's pretty much how the audience outside of Japan interacts with her.
It's over.
And that usually just bring up a whole collection of like whatever's happened with her in recent times. It'll probably end up bringing you like the graduation announcement more than anything. I don't know about you guys, but I actually like watching some of the lives that they do. It's actually something I really enjoy. Let's see. Okay, it's this.
Violent tremors detected in the upper areas. Source currently unknown.
Over.
I don't know. I think Chloe's sister is Shiranui Flare. So I think Flare is like several years older than her in the first place. Is like the rat going around is like, yeah, she's getting married to of course me. But the thing is, like, she's probably like going to school or something, so she's finally like, I gotta make a decision. The real not perpetrator, but like the real way to discover more information about this would probably be to figure out whether or not what is her roommate account doing. Because all of these girls, they manage their own like Instagram page or something like that, where they post other stuff. From what I remember, it's all like, I don't know about you guys, but I also enjoyed really watching the Hollow Stars group, whether it was JP or it was in English. Those guys are like some really funny dudes. I like them a lot. But it's
Clear mind. Arrows fly through.
Here we go!
Kanade and Fumoko. As much as I enjoy Fumoko, every time I watch them, it feels like I'm watching Teletubbies, and that's not exactly a good thing either. I'm like, no, I don't exactly like the fact that it feels like I'm watching Teletubbies, because it's like, oh my god, ruffians! What are they gonna do? Ah, it's so scary. I mean, that sort of demeanor obviously works. I'm like, wow. That sort of demeanor works very well because it makes them like the most successful members of their generation. Oh my god, Ruffy! Ooh, wow. Okay, that's gonna be rough. Found an anal fissure here. Mini Gargo truck. Oh, is there something in the corner over there? Oh, I had to go this way. Oh shit, I didn't want to go that way. No! I don't know about you guys, but I don't think I've ever caught a stream for any of the girls or those in like the longest time, because most of the time it's just like I watch the VODs. It's really the only way for me to ever like keep up with it in the first place. Go get him, Meebo.
Your life is but one step away. I swear on my blade.
All you have to do is just wait for her to get her ult off, and it's just like kaboom. Like it never even happened. MVP Sokaku, though, absolutely kills it. Alright, that's done. I think we're going to call it here, though. It's getting late, and I got to get ready for work tomorrow. Thank you for stopping by, everybody. We got to look at the Shizuru stuff, get started with the newsletter. And the next time that I see you guys, we're going to be going over to the for the renewal for Shizuru and everything like that. We're going to be going over that for sure. So once again, thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, rate, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.